Hello everybody, today we will show you how to solve simultaneous equations using the quadratic formula x equals negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Without further ado, let's answer the first question. Question 1. Solve the simultaneous equations 3x equals 2y plus 2 and 4x plus 9y squared equals 15xy. Give your answer correct to 3 decimal places. As you can see from the question, it states that the final answer should be in 3 decimal places, meaning that the final answers have restricted values. So the first step to answering this question is to mark 3x equals 2y plus 2 as the first equation and 4x plus 9y squared equals 15xy as the second equation. From the given equations, we know that the first one is a linear equation while the second one is a non-linear equation. With that being said, from equation 1, we can make x as the subject of formula, which will then get x equals 2y plus 2 over 3, and mark that as the third equation. Next, we have to substitute equation 3 into the nonlinear equation, which is equation 2. After we expand, we'll get 8y plus 8 over 3 plus 9y squared equals 30y squared plus 30y over 3. Now we have to eliminate the denominator. How? Simply by multiplying both sides of the equation by 3. And now you are left with 8y plus 8 plus 27y squared equals 30y squared plus 30y.
Moving on, we now have to convert the equation into general form. All you have to do is bring everything to the left side of the equation, do some simplification, and you'll get negative 3y squared minus 22y plus 8 equal to 0. As you can see, the value of a is a negative. In order to make it easier when using the quadratic formula, we have to make sure that the value of a is positive. And now all you have to do is insert all the values in the quadratic formula, and you'll get the values of y. To get the values of x, you have to simply insert the value of y in equation 3. And there you go, x equal to 0.898 and the second value of x is negative 4.454. And all done. Thank you.
Question 2. Solve the simultaneous equations 2p plus 2q equal to p squared minus q plus q squared over 3 equal to 10. As we can see from the question, we know that the number of decimal places and significant figures is not stated. Thus, we know that the final answer must have open values.
From equation 1, factorize the equation until it becomes 2 bracket p plus q bracket equal to 10. Then express p in terms of q to make equation 3. After that, substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Now, expand the equation until it becomes 25 minus 10q plus q power of 2 minus q plus q power of 2 over 3 equal to 10. Now, to simplify the equation, multiply 3 on both sides. Simplify the equation until it becomes 4q power of 2 minus 33q plus 45 equal to 0. Now you have the general form. By using the quadratic formula, insert the values a, b, and c to get the value of q. For the value of q, take at least 4 significant figures. Lastly, substitute values of q into equation 3. So, p equals to 5 minus 6.526 equal to negative 1.526. And for the second value, p equals to 5 minus 1.724 p equals to 3.276.
Question 3. Solve the simultaneous equation m over 2 plus n over 3 equal to 1 and m squared minus n plus n squared equal to 12. Give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So the first thing you have to do is mark m over 2 plus n over 3 equal to 1 as the first equation, and m squared minus n plus n squared equal to 12 as the second equation. Now, from equation 1, make m in terms of n, which allow us to get m equal to 6 minus 2n over 3, and don't forget to mark it as the third equation. Next, substitute equation 3 into equation 2. After we expand, we will get 36 minus 24n plus 4n squared over 9 minus n plus n squared equal to 12. From the previous question, we know that the next step is to eliminate the denominator. To do so, multiply both sides of the equation by 9. After that's done, we'll get 36 minus 24n plus 4n squared minus 9n plus 9n squared equal to 108.
Now I'm sure you know what to do next. Just convert the equation into general form and you'll get 39 squared minus 33n minus 72 equal to 0. All that's left to do is insert the values of a, b and c in the quadratic formula, and you'll get the values of n, which are 3.94 and negative 1.41. To get the values of n, you have to insert the values of n into equation 3, and you'll get m equals negative 0.63 and m equals 2.94. All done. Thank you.
Question 4. A sailing boat is moving in a circular manner with the equation of its locus being 2r squared plus 4s squared plus 3r minus 5s equal to 25. Meanwhile, a speedboat is moving along a straight line of equation s minus r plus 1 equal to 0, and it intersects with the locus of the sailing boat. Find the points of intersection between the trajectories of the sailing boat and the speedboat. First, we determine the first equation and the second equation. From equation 2, we can simplify them and it will be the new equation, which is equation 3. Next, substitute equation 3 into equation 1. It will become 2r squared plus 4r minus 1 squared plus 3r minus 5r minus 1 equal to 25. After we do the expand and calculation, it will come up with 6r squared minus 10r minus 16 equal to 0. Now, we can use the quadratic formula. Substitute the values of a, b and c. We will get r is equal to 8 over 3 and r is equal to negative 1. Substitute the values of r into 3. We will get s is equal to 5 over 3 and s is equal to negative 2. The question wants the final answer to be in coordinate form. So, we can write them as negative 1, negative 2, and 2.667, 1.667. It must be in 4 significant figures because it is an open value. We can also write them as 8 over 3, 5 over 3.
Why do we use quadratic formula? This is the example of common mistake done by students using factorization method. Can you recognize where is the mistake? To get full marks when using factorization, general form has to be in its simplest form. As you can see from the equation, it can be simplified by dividing the equation by 2. And there you go, the correct way to answer using factorization method.